Okay, so what's up? It's me. It's a little bit different of a video. I don't usually make videos like this ever, but I figured it could be a good chance to get some things off of my mind. So, here we are. So, it's Valentine's Day. My phone just vibrated. It's Valentine's Day, and I have absolutely nobody to spend it with. This is probably the first time since I started dating, I want to say around like 4 years ago, that I haven't actually had a Valentine on Valentine's Day, and it's been pretty hard. It's been taking a big toll on my mental health quite a bit today. Um, Actually, the past week, more like it's just like been settling in throughout the past week. It's just like, damn, I really do not have shit right now. Like, I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have a Valentine. I don't I don't even know how to explain it. There's a girl I want, but I don't have her. I can't have her, at least not right now. It's a little bit of a struggle currently, and I just thought this could be a good way to explain myself, or get rid, or at least spread my sort of experience to other people who may also relate to me. For me personally, my love life has always been a, or like, okay, let me take a bit because it's kind of confusing to explain. But for me, my love life for a while now, I want to say like 3 years. In my first year of dating, I was, I can recognize I was butt fuck ugly, right? I was a freshman in high school. Of course, I'm gonna look ugly, right? But for the past like 3 years, it's sort of been a case where, like, I know that I'm not like objectively unattractive, but sometimes I feel like I'm not attractive enough to be able to successfully pull and things like that. Or like, if I had a crush on someone and I asked them out, I don't think that my chances of success would be higher than they would be chances of failure, because I'm really just like not all that. And people on my TikTok are usually like they usually like help boost my confidence and things like that, because they think that I look good and stuff like that. But the truth is, that's probably not even the real me that a lot of people see. So even despite them thinking I look good, I still probably look not so great on day-to-day life, like when I'm not posing for a camera and things like that. So it's just kind of been taking a toll on my mental health. And not only just that, but recent, like, I want to say like October, I think, yeah, October, I broke up with my girlfriend. And that was really hard to get past and things like that. With it now being mid of February, with it now being so far past that, I feel like I've been able to somewhat move on. It's gotten easier, but day after day I still sort of feel that same yearning feeling. But I'm never gonna let myself cave, because I know that if I do cave and I do try my best to get into a relationship, it's not gonna be because I love the person. It's gonna be because I'm seeking for the dopamine hit. I really want to wait until I found someone that I really do love and I really am interested in, and I feel like I have found that person to an extent. But obviously, like I said before, the person's like already taken, and it's a whole situation that I don't feel like really getting into. But just this entire week that Valentine's Day has been coming up, it's just been like, fuck, I'm just gonna distract myself with schoolwork and fucking try to do as much work as I can. I cannot be thinking about this, or else I'm just not gonna feel motivated to do anything, because that's how I was like a day or two ago where I got home now just thinking about Valentine's Day. I'm just like, Valentine's Day is so close. I have nobody. I really have nobody. And I just laid in my bed for like 2 or 3 hours, just staring at the ceiling, doing nothing, just listening to music. And I just couldn't bring myself to get up. I was going to record footage then for this video, like Overwatch. I literally just couldn't get out of my bed. I didn't feel the urge to do basically anything, and it really sucked. And then time and time again, when those, like, those thoughts start to come back, it's like I can't control them, and there's always this just like immediate dread feeling. Like, I don't know how to describe it, where I get like a whole full body chill. Like, I'm just like, I want to cry, but my body physically just can't cry. And it sucks because I know I need to get it out. I know that I could probably get it out in some way, but my body just physically refuses to let me cry sometimes, and it is really hard. I am very envious of people who have never had to hide their emotion to where they can they can let it out, because I'm just not that type of person. I've created an environment around myself, especially within my family, where like I'm sort of seen as like a not like a not crying, not sensitive type of person, but I've put myself in a situation in my family where I'm seen as a person who doesn't care for a lot of things, or a lot of the time, when that couldn't be anything further from the truth. I'm like the most chalant person ever. I still got my mom's emotional side, but also at the same time, I haven't put myself in a position where like I don't feel comfortable like being vulnerable around my family. I don't know why. It's nothing against them. I just don't feel vulnerable enough, or I just don't feel comfortable being vulnerable around them. Like I don't want to cry around them. I don't want to talk about vulnerable shit around them, or to them, because it's just uncomfortable for me. I don't know how else to explain it better, but that's just how it is. And like this whole situation with this girl, like I know that I love her. I know that I love her. But I'm not sure if she may love someone else, or she just doesn't wanna, wanna even date after whatever happens. I don't know what I'm talking about, but like, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I feel like giving up. Sometimes I really feel like just hammering it in there, like, hey, I like you, like I will do anything for you. But then other times I feel pathetic for doing that, because I'm doing this to a girl who is already in a relationship. She may not, like, I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I'm just like, fuck, man. Fuck. You're supposed to spend Valentine's Day with people who you love, usually romantically, but I can't have the person that I love romantically, and it really sucks. And as far as I know, nobody else likes me romantically in that way, because there's nothing about me to like that much, And at the same time, if someone does like me, their first impression is always, always my looks, my face, like how I dress, whatever the fuck, And I'm not saying that I'm like attractive. I don't think I'm attractive. It's just the first thing they see is my looks and things like that. And a lot of people tend to get turned off by the fact that I am the way I am, despite having the face I have, I guess, or despite being 18 or being grown or whatever. I'm still a teenager. I still sort of act like a teenager. I love anime. I'm obsessed with anime. You know, I play games all day. I I do a lot of stuff. I am autistic. I have my special interests. I have problems that come from having autism, and a lot of people don't seem to expect that when they chat with me or when they first see me or anything like that. And sometimes that turns them off, and then boom, that's just another person just gone. Um I don't know. I feel like a lot of people, this sounds really bad and like fucking, it sounds like douchey to say, but I feel like a lot of time the people who think that they like the idea of me and not actually me. And I feel like it's not fun to go through, you know. It's just not. I don't know. It just really sucks to constantly feel alone, where, like, I don't personally think that I'm ugly. I think I can look good. But you know, I can't pull. I haven't asked a girl out in my life, and I don't think that I think that if I did, I probably wouldn't succeed anyways. So, you know, it's just fuck. Like it almost feels as if, like, I don't know, I'm being weighed down by myself all the time when it comes to things like this, where I think I look fine. You know, I don't look ugly, I don't look extraordinarily good looking, but at the same time I feel like, you know, it's like, I don't know. I should have probably prefaced this video by saying that this isn't, like, by no means scripted or anything. I'm doing this completely off the top of my head. This is this is more of a spiral than like a mental health video or something like that. Like, I'm just talking and seeing what comes next. I don't really know what comes next after each time I press record. But anyways, like, lately I have been happier. I have been happier, I will admit. Like, I am happier with my body. I have been able to gain muscle, you know. I feel like I've been liking the way my facial hair has been looking. My hair is a little chopped. Like, my hair is a little chopped cheese, but, you know, it's growing out because I buzzed it, like, at the start of the year. But, like, it's growing out. It'll get there. It'll get where I want at the end of the day. But, like, I feel like I don't think I've reached my best self yet, but I feel like I've reached my personal favorite that I've been at so far. And it just really sucks when I feel like my favorite version of myself isn't enough for people. And, you know, it really sucks. It really does suck. I mean, you always want, like, your best self the way you are currently. You always want that to be enough for people, but sometimes you just aren't, and it really sucks. You know, I try to be there. I try to be there for people. I try to always be there for them, be a good friend and things like that. And, like, it's not hard to be a good friend at all, really. Like, it's easy, it's enjoyable. You know, it feels good to make people happy or to make them feel heard and seen. And I always try to do that for my friends because that's what being a friend is all about. But then sometimes I feel like maybe I give too much of myself. You know, maybe I don't focus enough on myself and I give too much to other people. So then when it's time to give to myself, I'm just there. I'm empty. I don't know what to do with myself at the end of the day, and I just like, you know, like I'm just there. I'm living. Like, I'm living, sure, but am I living, you know? Like, sometimes I feel like I'm not fully sentient when I'm depressed, I'm just there. Like my body is sort of, okay, not to sound corny, but my body is just like a shell, you know, or not a shell. That's different. A shell, an empty shell, a husk, if you will. Like I don't know. And like I always like try to joke around about myself, like, you know, call myself a chud and things like that. And then, you know, my friends are like, yo, you're not a chud, you're not a chud at all. And I'm just like, oh, thank you, but you know, I kind of am, like I really am. Like I may not be like super unattractive, but it almost feels like I've spent all of my high school years doing nothing. I've never went to a football game. I wasn't able to graduate on time. I never went to a school event. Like I never went out with friends. I'm 18 years old. I still haven't even had my first sleepover. I don't have any friends at school currently. You know, like it's a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot wrong with me. And I feel like there's a lot of things that'll get fixed in due time, but until then I'm just gonna be stuck here hurting for a while. So yeah. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on everything. I hope you guys, I guess, enjoyed this video. Maybe I don't know how you can enjoy this. It's just kind of lame, you know. I just sound lame. I guess hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want more content like this, I guess just comment. I don't normally get anybody watching my videos anyways, but if I did, that'd be really cool. So I'll be here. I'll see them. Nobody comments on my shit anyways, so I'm here. I'll see them. Yeah, I just said that. I don't know why I said that twice in a row. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time, if there is a next time. Peace.